Hello VC, welcome back to another video. Happy New Year, good morning. Today we are showing off some finds I got from Noble Records. Got to go back down there and got some records from the Voice America collection, which I'm very happy about. But we'll start off with an oddball, and this was some VCLT. I don't know if you can call it that, because it was just kind of Matthew giving me a record. The World is a Ghetto by War. This is incredible. Amazing stuff. Opens up with The Cisco Kid, which is a hit, apparently, which I didn't know. Yeah, this is just great funk and soul type deal. And I'm very thankful that you passed this one to me, because it's killer. Fantastic record. If you like funk and soul, not that expensive, like $10 maybe. Really good stuff. War is a great band. This next one, I did not buy this from Noble Records, but bought it on the way down. It's quite the drive, but visiting family, and the family's right by there, so we get to go down every once in a while now. This is the Revolt of Emily Young by Fox. This is a concept record about Emily Young, who, obviously revolts against her family. I think it falls flat a little bit, but it doesn't really matter because there are some great songs on here. My absolute favorite track was In the Garden. Killer psychedelic track. Really good. But yeah, it's a pretty nice copy. And just picked this up because we went to this one store and I couldn't really find anything else. This one has the original inner, which is pretty cool. All the lyrics and all that. Yeah, definitely some really good psych tracks on here. I'd say if you can pick up a copy for like $10 or less, that's my price on it. On Decca, pretty nice copy. So just figured I would grab it and give it a spin, and I'd say I overall very much enjoyed it. There's some weird moments, but overall a good record. This next one is, some would say it's cheap heat. I'm not so sure about the heat part. Fargo, I see it now. This has been in my want list for a long time, and these next ones I actually all got from Noble Records until the end. Yeah, this is okay. I again need to spend some more time with it. There are a couple good tracks. It's kind of Beatlesy. Someone in the Discogs reviews compared it to Hermits and said it was their last lost album. It's kind of in that vein. It's not really psychedelic. I think there were a couple moments maybe, but yeah, decent release on RCA, and you could get this record for $3. You know, if you want to hear what it sounds like, it's not that hard to find. It's pretty easy to get cheap. This is a really clean copy. It's in the $3 bin, so I just figured, why not pick it up? But it's decent. It's nothing amazing. Didn't blow me away. It's an okay record. This one has some incredible tracks on it, but I think a lot of the tracks fall flat. This is the Paupers Ellis Island. This is a copy in the shrink wrap with a 99-cent price sticker, and this was on sale for like $6 at Noble Records. So it's like a near mint copy. I was like, well, this is the day I get that. It opens up with the track South Down Road, which is just phenomenal. I highly recommend going on YouTube, because I don't think it's on Spotify, and streaming that track. It's incredible, deep psychedelic music. And then it just kind of goes into these like poppy country-ish tracks, if I remember correctly. Which, like, they're not bad, but when you open with such a psych, deep jam like South Down Road and then go into those, it's like, gives you a little bit of a whiplash. Numbers was a really good track too. I definitely preferred side 2 to side 1. There's a little more psychedelic stuff going on side 2. But This is not a very expensive album, and it is so worth it just for the first track, South Down Road. Absolutely incredible. This next one, another one I wasn't really blown away by. Wasn't exactly what I was expecting, but I've had this on my want list for a while, and I thought the cover was like awesome, but finally picked it up, and I guess a little bit of a letdown. This is Legend, self-titled. This looks like some psychedelic greatness. This is like sort of folky tracks. There's probably a few bits of psychedelia around in here, but yeah, it's an original pressing on Bell, and picked this up also in the cheap bins. Like, this was the max price I was willing to pay for this record. I wasn't gonna drop too much cash on it, but I think this copy has a little bit of an edge warp, which is a shame, and it kind of skips through the first track, but I got it for a really cheap price, and I might take it into my shop, see if they'll try to get rid of that. But again, overall, not too blown away by it. It's pretty decent. I have to spend more time with it. Again, didn't really listen to this too much, but off the first impression, not too impressed. This one's pretty cool, and this one is pretty good. This is the Blue Jays. Nascent, I think, is how you pronounce it. Opens up like this. Yeah, got this gatefold egg cracking. This band sounds a lot like Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Like a lot. It's kind of bluesy funk, if that makes any sense. But it's on Map City, and it's a very cool label. You know, Yesterday's Children is on there, and all that stuff. I enjoyed this one. Very much Blood, Sweat, and Tears sounding music, with maybe a little more bluesy, but yeah, it's kind of like bluesy funk rock. Pretty good. And with this next one, we're getting into the Voice of America stuff, and this is my personal little connection to the Voice of America. This is the Don Shirley point of view, and it seems a little bit out of my realm of usual pickups, but I got this record for a very cool reason, and it's because my mom's uncle is the cellist on this record. Right there, his name's credited on the back. He toured with the Don Shirley Trio for like 30 years, I think, and he backed people like Frank Sinatra, and he played on Broadway for Annie, I believe, for a very long time. Yeah, and actually, I learned this after I bought these records, and after I had gone. My grandma worked at the Voice of America, and so did my mom's uncle. They both worked at the Voice of America. My grandma actually read news on the Voice of America. They worked in the Estonian sector. This is when the USSR was in Estonia. So I think one of the only ways they got news of the world was through the Voice of America. How cool is that? And my grandma worked there, and she read in Estonian, Estonian news for the people. Isn't that awesome? I don't remember what Yuri did. That's my mom's uncle's name. But he worked there for years and years, and it's just so cool, like, to have this record that he plays on that came from the Voice of America. Like, it's just so cool, and I really like the Don Shirley Trio. I don't know if it's because of my connection. I'm probably biased. I have an album there, it's called Waterboy, and it just opens with him playing the cello, and it's just the coolest thing to me. But yeah, to have this from the Voice of America collection, from people who worked there, and from people who are part of my family who played on it, super cool. This next one, I picked this up because I really wanted to buy a couple more things from the Voice of America collection, and I figured, why not? This is Neon. Got the sweet sticker. I like to keep the stickers on too. I think it's really cool. This is a pretty decent psychedelic, sort of bluesy record on Paramount. Another one I'll be spending more time with, but near mint copy. Gorgeous. Um, yeah, just to me, it's just so cool. These are just so cool. I decided to keep them in these fold over sleeves. I don't really like these sleeves, but it has the sticker, and I was gonna peel them off, but it was going wrong, so decided just to keep them in there. This is my favorite pickup from the Voice of America collection, for sure. This is Plus, the 7 Deadly Sins. This is incredible. This is so good. It's like this record should not be $20, but it is. It's like, I guess you can consider that sort of cheap heat nowadays. But yeah, got all the stickers, got the barcode, all that stuff, plus a promo sticker. So cool. Incredible heavy psych. It's heavy too. It gets pretty heavy. I think this is either 1969 or 1970. I think it might have been 69. Came out on ABC Probe. Incredible. It opens up pretty strong with 20,000 people. It's a good opener. This is like a concept record on the 7 Deadly Sins. So you've got avarice, pride, sloth, wrath, whatever the other ones are. Daddy's Thing is a great track. Open Up Your Eyes. Holy moly. What a great song. It's just great heavy guitar solos, heavy riff. Amazing. It's just so good. And the ballads are good. Like, I'm Talking as a Friend. I think Pride is a ballad. It's just so good. This is just an incredible record. It's got this die cut plus there. Very cool. And yeah, again, Voice of America stickers, all that cool stuff, promo sticker, love it. And this is just such a cool piece of the Voice of America collection. So happy to have that. Now we'll go into two that I got more recently. And actually, I think this would be my first vinyl purchase in 2025, now that I think of it. But yeah, got this yesterday, and gotta say, it's incredible. Skid Row 34 Hours. My goodness. As soon as you drop the needle on the first record, it's like proto-metal madness. Incredible stuff. It takes like 45 seconds for the music to come in. There's just kind of some ambiance going on. But once it kicks in, the riff is so good, and it's just fantastic. Bluesy hard rock, a little bit of psychedelic tinges. I'd say Night of the Warm Witch is my favorite track. That's the opening track. It just hooks you in immediately. Incredible. The Love Story was another really good one, and Go I'm Never Gonna Let You, I think. Those were the 3 tracks that were like, oh my god. Just incredible smoking blues rock. I wish they stayed that way for all of them, because the tracks are a little bit, some of them are a little bit more straightforward blues, and I think there's even some country leanings on Lonesome Still, but don't let that throw you off, because it's worth it for those first couple tracks. My goodness, so good. This is an original US pressing on Epic, and yeah, I was a little bit hesitant to buy because it has some scuffs, but it plays so good, and it was a pretty good deal, and I just felt I had to, this would be the only thing that I was buying that day that I was gonna keep in my collection, that day being yesterday, and yeah, incredible. Highly, highly recommend. If you're gonna go away listening to one record from here, I'd probably say Plus, and then I'd probably say this one. I'd say stream the track Night of the Warm Witch. It's 9 minutes long. Fantastic. And then this last one, for me, sort of a grail. Probably not for most people, but I had a modern day reissue of this, which is like crazy for me. But this one popped up in the US for sale. It's a UK press, and just really cheap, considering. Or it wasn't really cheap. It was a good deal. This is an original UK stereo of Revolver. Is this my favorite Beatles album? Maybe, but ask me again tomorrow, because changes every day. But this is a really solid copy on Parlophone, and this sounds incredible. Oh my goodness, it's so worth it. You know, I was thinking, I was like, maybe I shouldn't have bought that, but then I put it on and I was like, yeah. This came with the original inner too, which I have in here. But in terms of how important this album is, not only in the culture, you know, but to me, like, this was my introduction to psychedelic rock. This is where it started. I'm telling you right now. I listened to this for like 2 or 3 months straight, every single day, when I was like 12 or 13. Every day. And it was tracks like I'm Only Sleeping and She Said, Andrew Bird Can Sing, and then the track that just, I remember the first time I heard this song, which is not that common for me. Tomorrow Never Knows. It blew my mind. My 12-year-old brain was mind blown by Tomorrow Never Knows. I just thought that was incredible, and I did all the research about that song and all that stuff. It's such an important track in history. I had to rank songs, which I don't. But that's like the best song ever, right? Right? You know what I'm saying? Incredible. And yeah, just so happy to own a original UK Revolver. Now I've got first UKs of Please Please Me with the Beatles, Help, and Revolver, and the White Album. So it's getting up there, you know. My goal is to own all of the first UK pressings of the Beatles records and eventually all of the monos. But yeah, super happy to have that. And that's it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and Happy New Year, and a lot more finds to come. So, peace.